Yellow plus the orange actually. Hey guys, it's Adri. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this colorful halo look on my sister. If you would like to see how I achieved this look on her, then go ahead and keep on watching. So first, I went ahead and primed her eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Sand, and then set that with some Airspun powder. So I'll be taking these two shades in the Zulu palette by Judy's Place and running that in her crease. As you can see throughout me doing this, I was just blending it in her crease and I wasn't getting the payoff that I wanted to get. So then I just ended up starting to pat in her crease and then blend it out. And then after that, you'll see me take just the orange shade because it wasn't orange enough or pigmented enough. I know it's a lot harder to make colorful shades, but I did end up just start patting and then blending it out. And here's where you'll see me taking that orange shade, but I will just be using it as a crease shade rather than a transition. And then here I'm going to be picking up this hot pink shade with a denser blending brush, and then I will just go ahead and pat it into the crease, blend it out, and then I will go ahead and blend out the harsher edges with a different blending brush. And then I will just repeat that process until I get the color payoff I like, and then do it to the other eye as well. And then first you'll see me going in with this lighter purple first, just as a guideline as to where I want to put my darker purple. I will just be patting it on the outer parts of the eye and the inner parts, and then just making that halo effect with the lighter purple. And then I'm going to be taking Central Perk in the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is just a deeper purple, and putting that on the outer and inner parts of her eye, just to deepen up the look a little bit more. And then I will go ahead and repeat that process on the other eye. And of course blend it out with a clean blending brush. And as you'll see later, I'll be going in with these purples later on in the look, but as for right now, this will kind of give me a guideline as to where I want to start and stop my cut crease. And what I'll be using to cut the crease is the Tarte Shape Tape, the same as what I used to prime the eyes. As you'll see here, I'm going to have her look in all different directions, and that's kind of how I know where to start my cut crease. And then I'll be going in with this shimmer shade. It's a turquoise color, and then I will be spritzing it, oh my lord, spritzing it with some setting spray, applying it everywhere I have the concealer, and then I will go ahead and go in with a smaller brush just to get the corners of those, of that cut crease, just to make sure I don't miss any spots. So I wanted to add more glitter to this look, so I took the Stila Magnificent Metals in the color Smoldering Satan. At first, I went ahead and applied it with my finger and tried to blend it out with a brush, but it just looked kind of weird and spotty. So I ended up just going in with the applicator and blending it out while it's still wet. If you wait for it to dry, it'll just stay in that place, like it won't move at all. So I recommend moving it around while it's still wet, and I went ahead and did that to the other eye as well. And then I'm going to go back in with this lighter purple shade just to try to blend out that turquoise color with the purple shades. So I'm kind of making like a V shape on the inner and outer corner of the eye just to try to blend it out a little bit more. And then I will go ahead and go in with a clean blending brush and blend that out. And then I will just do the same process with that deeper shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette, Central Perk. Make the V shapes on the outer and inner corner and then just blend it out. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This is my favorite eyeliner, it does not move or budge. What I'm going to have her do is go ahead and look up for me, and then I will follow her lower lash line as a guide. That really does help to get even eyeliner application, and then I will go ahead and finish off her eyeliner. And then to clean up the wing a little bit more, I will be taking a concealer close to her skin tone and cleaning up the wing with any concealer brush. Moving on to the face, I'm going to start prepping the skin with some Avon oil-free moisturizer. You can use whatever moisturizer you have. She's usually a bit oily, but today she was a little crusty crab, so I decided to use a moisturizer first. For foundation, I'm taking my L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade N3. We're pretty similar skin tones, so I just went ahead and used mine. What I do is apply it with a brush so I can get an even application, and then I do blend it out. And then later you'll see me just go ahead and add a little bit more product to her problem areas and blend that out with the Beauty Blender. Onto concealer, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand. This is the same concealer I used to prime her eyes. I'm going to be taking that same foundation brush just to spread out the product, just because the applicator does disperse a lot of product and I don't want to waste any by putting too much or cake up her face with too much concealer. And then after that, I will go ahead and put it down her nose, a little bit on her cupid's bow, up her forehead, and then just blend that out with the Beauty Blender. And then I'll go ahead and blend out any creases she might have, and then straight away bake under her eyes with the Coty Airspun powder in translucent extra coverage. I will then take that same powder and bake anywhere else she does crease or get oily, which is around her nose, her smile lines, just pretty much her T-zone as well. And then for the rest of her face, I'll be taking the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in the shade Light. And then I went ahead and wiped away some of her bake, well, all of her bake. I ended up taking some of that Fit Me Loose Setting Powder as well, just so it can blend into the skin a little bit better. Now I'm going to be taking the color Sculpt from the Tardius palette, or Tardis palette, I don't really know which one it is, but I'm just going to lightly sculpt her cheeks, bronze up her forehead, her nose, and then I will go ahead and clean up her bronzer a little bit with the Coty Airspun powder. And while that's baking, I'm going to go ahead and apply blush to her cheeks. I use the color Prim. It's one of the Tarte 12-hour blushes, and just applied it to the apples of her cheeks. And then I will go ahead and wipe away her bake. I didn't want to leave it there too long or else it would have stayed that color. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it away. Now I'm setting her face before I apply some highlighter. I just used, I think it's Lit, the lightest highlight shade in the Tardis palette, to highlight her cheekbones. And it just depends what they like, but I went ahead and highlighted her cheekbones above her brow bone. No, above her brow. And I did put a generous amount of highlight on her nose because that is what she likes. What I'm taking here is the shade Lolita from the Kat Von D collection. It's a matte liquid lipstick. And then I will be taking the shade Step Up, I believe, from the NYX lingerie collection, just to pop some in the middle to make it a little bit lighter. Now I'll be applying these lashes that are from Cosmic Beauty in the style Not Your Sweetheart. I will go ahead and leave a link down below for y'all. These do remind me a lot of the iconic lashes from House of Lashes, just a lot more dramatic. I'm sorry if the outro is a little rushed. She did have to hurry up and get to volleyball practice after this, but that is it for this look. This is the final look. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and also I used this new Juvia's Place palette. It is, I don't remember, but I will link down below. And I used the Cosmic Lashes. If you want 20% off, you can use my code Adri in all caps. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching this video. Bye!
Wait, I wanted to... He's gonna look at me. Oh, man. Okay, Nina.
Ready?
I use that too. Okay.
You're touching the pink brush to my face.
Sorry. Peanut's pink.
No.
Orangey, that's green.
Tell me pink, it's brown.
That's purple.
Wait, come on. All the way across.
Abby, quit your shit. I swear to God, I'll block your ass again.
No. Oh, I damn. I like it.
Oh!
I dampened it so hard. Should we do, I think we should do a window with this.
It's like baby wipes.
It's gonna look like you want to kill yourself this whole video. Like, your face is just the same. Can you smile a little bit? Thank you so much.
Yeah, can you please not again?
Yeah. Okay, go like aggressively.
I feel like I put like a permanent eyeshadow on.
Oh, is it yellow?
Oh,